Alright, everybody, welcome to the Midnight Racing League Cup Series from Michigan. Garrett Jenkins up here in this booth, bringing you coverage for tonight. Right now, Colt Ward, Mike Audrey, Andrew Lotz, Bryce Moore, Brian Conover. Your top five. Stagner, last night's winner. Sixth. Flanagan, Kevin Allen, Isaac Smallwood, Kenny Real, your top 10. Real still the points leader entering tonight. As we get set for what should be an entertaining race, to say the least. Kenny Real enters tonight, identical to last night between Elijah Fisher and Mitchell Raridan. 1 point separate Kenny Real from Isaac Smallwood. As we get set for qualifying coming up. Alright, Dylan Fink, one of several drivers already on the racetrack for tonight, getting ready to set his qualifying run. Fink had an awesome night in Rockingham. Unfortunately, it did not pan out to a win. Going to try to take the win tonight at Michigan. Fink is on the clock now. I got the wall a little bit. Do not think this lap's going to count. Things first lap. Maybe it did count. Yep, 39. So right now, third quickest for Dylan Fink with a 39.279. Andrew Lotz 40.06. Right now, Joseph Ormbola right now 38.998. Colt Ward top of the board. 38.694. Fink across the line. Second quickest, 38.890. For Dylan Fink, Colt Ward up next. Well, wouldn't necessarily say up next. He's about the sixth guy to post a lap. Right now, trying to improve. Brent Garber, 8.05. Good enough for second. Lott slides up to third. An improvement on Andrew Lotz's time to an 8.56 across the line. For Colt Ward, not an improvement. 38.87 for Colt Ward. John Border, 39.123 for Border. I think he'll call it done after that. Isaac Smallwood. Well, Isaac Smallwood on the clock. Matt Metler makes his return tonight. Kevin Sterner on the track. Tyler Henry on the track. All right, now we'll focus back on Isaac Smallwood for a moment. Smallwood, top of the board. 38-6-9-2 for Isaac Smallwood. By Audrey, Corey Wright rolling out onto the racetrack. Matt Metler. Metlers. Kevin Sterner. 39-7-5-5. Cross the line, Matt Metler's lap. 38-8-47 is good enough for fourth. Mike Audrey. Kenny Real, top of the board, 38-6-53. Corey Wright, 39-4-2-9. Bryce Moore, top of the board. Corey Wright trying to improve on a 16th quickest of a 39-4-29. Corey Wright at the line. 14th quickest, 39-180. Brian Conover. Fifth quickest, 38-7-3-8. Still got one more lap to go. Brian Conover across the line. It will not be an improvement. So we'll stand at 7:38. Trevor Astronaut, Stagner, Dylan Fink, Simon Lindmark, all on the track. Astronaut, the 11th quickest, 38. 9-1-10. Simon Lindmark, DJ Stagner, top of the boards. What a lap. David Flanagan, second quickest with a 5:20. And Lindmark will call it done. Astronaut's lap time does not improve. So that being said, everybody else is qualified, so we're going to run out of time. Well, I say everybody else. Chris Logan, Kevin Allen, Dwayne Drummond yet to qualify. We'll give them a minute, but right now, DJ Stagner, winner from last night at Rockingham, looks to be sitting on pole for tonight. Well, Stagner comes into tonight 14th in the points. So this will be a big help for him. Right now we wait. Alright, starting lineup for tonight goes as followed. For 100 laps around Michigan. DJ Stadner, David Flanagan on pole for tonight. Simon Lindmark, Bryce Moore rolls off from row number 2. Row 3, Kenny Real, the points leader, starting next to the man who was 1 point behind him in Isaac Smallwood. Colton Ward and Brian Conover rolls off from row number 4, round out the top 10. Mike Audrey and Brent Garber had a second place run in Rockingham last night. Fast 12 concludes with Matt Metler and Andrew Lotz from row 6. Row 7, Dylan Fink, Trevor Azranoth, captain of Jack Shat, rolls off 14th. Tyler Henry, Joseph Omabola rolls off from row 8. Row 9, Nicholas Alozia and Robbie Adams. We're round out top 20, Corey Wright, Gordon Glidewell. John Border, Kevin Sterner, row 11. Getting down to the final few. Kevin Allen, Dwayne Drummond from row 12. And I believe rounding out the field, Chris Logan from 25th. That is the starting lineup for tonight. Well, the field right now working down the back straightaway. All right. Stagner, Flanagan, bring us down. We're rolling from Michigan. We're right, black flag already. Oh, Gordon Glidewell in the back. Caution is that already. John Border, Nicholas Alozia involved in this. Gordon Glidewell, meatball flag, and Gordon's night is done before he even gets it started. Kevin Allen. A lot of these are meatball flags. John Border's car's crunched. What in the world happened? Oh no, we got a lot of black flags. Alozia is involved in this as well. What is left of the 162 machine? Big damage to the right side. Mike Audrey. Don't look like much damage to him. Alright. The SDK Gaming Replay shows us what happened. Oh, like a massive wheel spin. Whatever how it works out. Okay, there's more. Let's back it up here. Back it up, back it up, back it up. This is all coming. This is all coming to the start. Audrey and Metler dropping to the rear for something or other. Everybody's trying to get caught up. Gordon just does not get going. Dwayne into the back of him. Corey Wright just does get through this. Oh, and Border. There's a shot from where Border got involved in it. Right on board with Gordon Glywell coming to the start. See if we can hear anything. Motor sounds dead. God. Big hit. John Border's on board. And honestly, I'm just going to probably just going to call this how it... Oh! Probably just going to call this how it is. I'm going to say this is a botched start, to be flat out honest. Nicholas Alozzi is on board. Right in his lap, and then bam. No, Alozia wanted to get the victory lane, and I don't think he wanted to get there that quick. Right now, Flanagan, Stagner, Simon Lindmark, Kenny Reel, Bryce Conover, your top five. As we are under caution for the first time tonight. A multi-car incident on the initial start. Alright, the rear racket, Flanagan, Stagner. Sorry, I lost train of thought. Flanagan, Stagner, Kenny Reel, Colton Ward, Bryce Moore, your top five. Smallwood, Fink, Conover, Brent Garber, Trevor Asronoth, the top 10. As we get set to go back here. Simon Lindmark, meatball flag. What in the world is going on tonight? What in the world? Look back and see what happened here. I think his wheel locked up. Wheel locked up or something happened. That looks like either the wheel disconnected or the wheel locked. One of the two, regardless. Night done for Simon Lindmark. And tonight just got a whole lot more interesting. Simon came into tonight third in the points. That was going to take a massive hit. As we get set to go back. Flanagan, Stagner, let's try this again. I have all eyes that black might get cleared for Trevor. So far it has not though.
You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
We're going to end up restarting the session.
What in the world?
So just give me a moment. It's going to take me about 5-10 minutes to get it restarted. Um, there was some crazy stuff that happened there at the thing. That's why everybody was all messed up there at the beginning. And so I told everybody I was going to try to extend it by one. We didn't get a chance to do that, and then they ended up. I was going to end up going to yellow as soon as it started, and people just started going regardless of what happened. And it ended multiple people's races and caused some stuff to happen. So just
Alright.
give me a moment. I'll get everything restarted. They're just going to have some fun in here until I get it restarted, okay?
Alright, sounds good.
Thank you.
Yep. Oh, lie, there's a full moon out tonight. Alright, so right now, just to reiterate, there's going to be another session made. We're going to try not to close everything and really end the broadcast at all. We're going to try not to if push comes to shove. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And we're just going to restart from scratch. So right now, as it stands, Stagner and Flanagan battling for the lead. This is kind of the prelude to the main event type of deal. Kenny Real right now up to the third spot. Smallwood, Bryce Moore, Ward, Fink, Watts, Bryce Conover, Tyler Henry. Your top 10. Phil works down the back straightaway again. Couple drivers off the wall, no harm, no foul. Right now, about Kenny Real showing what he's got so far tonight. Real right now the points leader. Oh, big wreck in the back. Chris Logan around. Kevin Sterner. Thank God we got backup cars for tonight. There's a couple that are tore up. Let's see what happened. I think right now the session may be up. Right there. Oh, Garber. Oh. Big time impact. Man. For Kevin Sterner. Like I said, a lot of these guys getting their backups out. I think right now this is the full around session. Well, folks, new session's up. We're going to cut away real quick and be right back for the remainder of the Midnight Racing League Cup Series. See you in just a few minutes. All right, everybody, we are back. So, how this is going to work? They're going to requalify them again, and we're going to restart it again. Consider this like the 2001 All-Star race. And that's pretty much what we have here tonight. Drivers get their backup cars out. And we're going to try this again. So, again, apologize for the inconvenience. We're just going to re-rack it. Try it again. DJ Stagner getting the 5 points for the pole the last time around. So now it's going to be somebody's lucky day, and if Stagner gets the pole, then I don't know how we're going to play this. Well, we'll get an interview with Alosia. Brent Garber, top of the board, 38.967. Think across the line. Top of the board, 38.821. Kenny Real, top of the board. Yeah, drivers, this is 5-minute qualifying, so have to hurry up and get their lap in. So we apologize for the brief rain shower that came through, you can technically say. Colt Ward, top of the board. David Flanagan, top of the board. Alosia across the line. Sixth quickest, 38.970 for Nicholas Alosia while we got a Modi action. Well, actually, we'll let him get his time in. Trevor Asrenoff, sixth quickest. Gordon Glidewell, 13th. That's Smallwood, 40.65. Right now, 19th, deep in the field. Mike Audrey, 685. Lozier is going to try this one more time. Across the line. Not an improvement. John Border. Andrew Lott slides in 19th quickest. And Border's going to pull it in. Not going to attempt the second lap. 30.080. Gives Simon Lindmark another chance at it. You can't get a word with a couple drivers. Well, Nicholas Alosia was one of them who was able to roll out his backup car. Got it cheated up. Ain't got to go through tech. And right now, what do you make of tonight? Try this one more time. Nicholas Alosia, got a copy, buddy. He's trying to get it to work. Well, let Alosia try to get his headset figured out. David Flanagan, top of the board. Ward, Audrey, Simon Lindmark, and Isaac Smallwood, the top five. We'll give him just a couple moments here. For one of them that was involved in that big crash right before the session ended. Kevin Starner, Gary Jings up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, one of them who were able to roll out the backup car, get hit, suited up, ready to go after that big crash right before the session went up. Walk us through it. Walk us through the night so far. And honestly, is this a second chance to try to get anything out the way early?
Yeah, I mean we realized there after qualifying my brake was dragging on my pedals. I didn't catch it. I was stuck at 10% brakes, and I caught it after qualifying, and we were just hot lapping there through that practice. Then we were gonna reset there, and Brent was a little aggressive, and we got each other, and we had a freebie there. So we'll see what we can do in the next one.
Now, you ain't got to sit here and lie to us now. Now, we know the darn thing's cheated up because it ain't had to go through tech. Weren't enough time for it.
Hey,
So what good you got in there?
This ain't no Jeff Gordon at Charlotte. She's all legal, buddy.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck tonight.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll bring T-Rex out here real quick, see what we can do.
Hell yeah. Best of luck tonight, bud.
Thanks.
Right now, starting lineup rolling across the bottom of the screen. All right, this is a fresh reset type of deal. Try Alozia one more time. Nigga, Alozia one more time. Got a copy, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Well, as I just said, the car probably suited up, ready to go now. Got the backup car. Get another
Yes,
crack
sir.
at this.
Yes, sir. That was crazy. A little commotion, calamity straight away, but we got the backup car going. We look good. We feel good. We got the Rob's custom wraps on it. We're trying to go forward.
Well, right now, already a better starting position than where you're at.
Yeah.
With that being said, dude, where will the confidence level be at tonight? All things considering, after that whole deal, a couple top 10 runs to start off the year. What's your confidence
Sir.
in trying to get the job done tonight?
Confidence is, I'd say pretty high. I like the track. Car's a little weird. I mean, it is what it is, but feel good, look good. Hopefully everything falls right,
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you very much, man. Hey, appreciate talking to you every time I can.
Yes, sir. I think pretty much all the Nasrat guys. I think they all had to go to a backup car, but nonetheless. All right. Refresh, restart. Let's try this again. The Jack Shack on the pole with David Flanagan. As we get set. All right, looking like a much cleaner restart. All right. Take two. Flanagan, Ward, bring us down. We're rolling. Officially this time. Three wide already. Four wide off into turn number two. Get it sorted out right now in the field. Trying to figure out where you want to be at, where you want to go. Flanagan leaves them into turn number three for the first time tonight. At the line, giving it to David Flanagan for the Jack Shack. Ward and Landmark following down. Kenny Real, the points leader, trying to hang on that outside lane. He'll settle back into the fourth spot. Lap one in the books. Andrew Lotson, Isaac Smallwood taking Dylan Fink 3 wide back there around the 7th spot. Flanagan leads them in turn number 3 again. Big thing you're going to look at tonight. As here we go, almost 5 wide, 4 wide definitely. Big thing you're going to look at. Caution is out. Matt Metler. has gone around. Corey Wright. Man. Done on lap 2 for Corey Wright. That number 4 machine is a beautiful car, but it will more likely be done. Let's look at the SDK Gaming replay and see what happened from high above. Oh, right. Oh! Now you hear that? Motor's gone, engine's done. And it will be a DNF on lap 1 for Corey Wright. It has been a season to forget for Corey Wright. Sterner gets a little bit loose. They make contact and hard into the wall. Man. I hate that for Corey. I really do. Ryan on board winning. Bam. I believe it was Robbie Adams who was right behind him. Right on board with Robbie. We can fast forward it some. Jeez. So Corey Wright done for a night. An early caution already. As right now, Flanagan, Ward, Kenny Real, DJ Stagner, Simon Lindmark is your top 5. Lotz, Fink, Isaac Smallwood, Mike Audrey, Brian Conover, your top 10. All right. So we'll try this one again. Well, been a rough night already. Pace car in this time. Flanagan and Ward brings us down to the restart. We're rolling. Flanagan immediately up to cover the Jack or to cover Colt Ward. Jack shot 1-2 now. Kenny Real sliding to second, the points leader. Well, again, Kenny Real out of Smallwood entered tonight, separated by 1 point. right now. Oh, big wreck in the back. Gordon Glidewell, Tyler Henry. Man. Gordon Glidewell's night from hell continues. Tyler Henry's done as well. Go back to the SDK Gaming replay. Looks like from there, 54, Bryce Moore comes in contact with Tyler Henry. Shoots Henry back up in front of Gordon Glidewell. Immediately night done for both drivers. Man, I am not believing that. Right on board with Gordon Glidewell through this. Oh! Looks like Corey Wright. This has been a season that I think Gordon Glidewell wants to forget. It'll be night done. I'm pretty sure this has not been a night Gordon Glidewell wanted. Gordon Glidewell, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth one more time. You got a copy, buddy?
I do got a copy, sir.
Well, I don't know quite how to put tonight, but walk us through off of 2. What did you feel like happened? What did you see happen? And then ultimately, can the car get back out there and try to turn a few laps, get a couple points?
Well, I was coming around, turned for one, and I was coming out of 2. Saw them spin out, thinking I was okay to keep in it, just to get out of 2 to get away from that wreck. And then all of a sudden, I think it was the UPS car came back up in front of me, and yeah, I was full throttle into him, and meatballed right away. And that was the end of my night right there. It was a fun thing at the start of that at the start race. I thought it was gonna be good after this restarted session. So yeah, I don't know what to say.
Like I said, as for tonight, is there a possibility the car can get back out there and turn a couple of laps and get some points out of this? Right now, the way it stands, you can still get some decent points out of this if this race keeps going how it's going.
No, it's 100% meatball. Engine's done, everything's done. It's got that flag. I can't get back out there at all.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight up until then. Look forward to seeing you next week.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, you can hear dejection in Corey Wright or in Gordon Glidewell's voice. He will get set for next week, where we will come to you live from Dover. 120 laps, May 10th, live on PGR Esports for the Cup Series. Well, Terry Rackett, David Flanagan, Kenny Reel, Colt Ward, DJ Stagner, Simon Lindmark, top 5, Andrew Lotes, Dylan Finks, Isaac Smallwood, Mike Audrey, Brian Conover, your top 10, Garber, Aloysius, Sterner, Dwayne Drummond, and Kevin Allen. rounds out the top 15 as the pace car comes off in turn number 4. And we get set to try to go at it again. We're rolling. Fink or Flanagan down to the bottom. They think with these cars, you're going to see them all over the place. That's why you're seeing 34 wide. These cars so aero. Well, I say so aero. They are very aero dependent, but anytime you're in dirty air, you are pushing tight. It don't matter how loose the car feels. Anytime you are behind another car, the dirty air can affect you as far back as to where Flanagan is compared to Brian Conover back in the 10th spot. I mean, the dirty air is ridiculous on these cars. That's why you're seeing them spread out. Kenny Real trying to get the run down the back straightaway. Oh, Kevin Stoner, Robbie Allen, Adams, hard into the wall. Caution is out. And what memo did we miss tonight? There's more Chris Logan. There's Trevor Asronoth. Chris Logan, meatball flag. Kevin Sterner. Asronoth. Yeah, what a rocky return it's been for Trevor, and that is killed. What in the name of might? Let's look back at it. SDK Gaming Replay. Actually, the wreck's going to happen up in front. Robbie Adams and them. Oh, and then Adams gets Asronoth. Oh, and Chris Logan. A massive shot. It's like from that angle, Sterner and Adams comes together. Robbie comes down, gets Asronoth. Asronoth gets another car. And unsure what in the world happened to Chris Logan. For the Jack Shack. It's already been a night that he wants to forget. Right on board with TA. Robbie Adams on board. He's already in the wall there. I don't know if I want to do this one either. Trevor Asronoth, how bad is it?
We have a mutual friend that says when you're cooked, they call it barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Brother, we're cooked. It's not too bad, man. We got I don't know, minute 50 seconds of damage. So I don't know. It says unfixable wheel damage, and we're just sitting here just waiting.
Base car's out of 4, by the way.
I'm gonna sit my happy self right here, brother.
Well, buddy, walk us through really what did you see from your perspective. I know you saw the initial part where you expecting the contact from the rear.
I was just chilling. I shouldn't have pitted. I knew I shouldn't have pitted. But I just went down pit road. I was like, man, I'm gonna fill it up, come out, just hang out in the back, watch these guys wreck a little bit. And I thought I made it through. I thought I gave them way more room than what I should have. And yeah, man, I was just like, this track is like 12 lanes. Sorry, I see I'm over here stuttering. 12 lanes wide, and yeah, they got me in the 12th lane. So,
Well, buddy,
yeah, man,
front end don't look too bad right now.
oh, it's saying you have damage in various places. That's what I'm getting right now.
Well,
But I don't know, man.
okay,
We'll see
never
how
mind.
good
There's
she
the
drives. We're gonna try to get something out of it, I guess. If not, I'm just gonna put her in the outside wall and go sit in the grandstands for a little bit, maybe twiddle my thumbs.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck from here on out. Look forward to seeing you next week at Dover, if nothing else.
Oh, brother, I plan on doing the same thing. Probably getting cleaned out 10 rows back. So yeah, man, we're having a good time, not a long time.
All right, buddy. Hell, best of luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. I love my job. I'm just gonna say that for a fact. I love my job. All right, Flanagan, Real, War, Stagner, Lopes. Your top five: Dylan Fink, Simon Lindmark, Isaac Smallwood, Mike Audrey, Brian Conover. Let's try this again. We're running. Right now, DJ Stander swinging it 3 wide. Thought about it. Flanagan able to get out to the early lead. Down the back straightaway. Andrew Lopes making it 3 wide. Well, again, thought he was. Flanagan down to the bottom. He'll lead yet again. Isaac Smallwood trying to make up ground right now again. Him and Kenny Real. Only separated by 1 point entering tonight. Real second, Smallwood 7th. Well, right now Kenny Real having to deal with Colt Ward. All over his back bumper, right on board with the Jack Shack cam. One of several Jack Shack cams, as a matter of fact. Kenny Real has held this points lead since Daytona. Right now. In a pretty good spot to hold it past Michigan so long as nothing happens. Right on further back with a couple of drivers. Isaac Smallwood. Started 5th right now on a net loss of 1 back to 6th. We'll see right where we alluded to earlier. You can be as far back and the dirty air affects the cars that bad. Really, one of them things really makes it difficult to pass. You're constantly searching for any line that nobody else is around, constantly forcing you to put more wheel in it. We're out in the right front. You see how much lower as it gets. Just get a little bit of clean air going over the nose of that car. Oh, Kevin Allen up inside the top 10. Started 22nd. And right now, inside the top 10, Nicholas Alozia continues his journey inside the top 15. Trevor Avanoff, right now the car seems to be working somewhat to his favor. right now. Flanagan, Real, Ward, Dylan Fink, DJ Stagner, the top 5, Smallwood, Lopes, Limor, Conover, and Kevin Allen. Still the top 10. About to be 80 down. Or about to be 80 to go, rather. As we hit the 1 a.m. hour. Well, right on the back bumper of Flanagan again. Real's going to try to get a big, well, got a decent run. He's not getting a bigger run as what I think he wanted. No, but he's going to bury it into turn number 3. Kenny Real to the outside? Maybe no. Flanagan able to hold him off. Yeah, but look where it's got Kenny Real. Right exactly where he wants him. Right on that back bumper. Entering turn number 1. Real down to the bottom. Not able to get there. Caution. Trying to find. Oh, it's way back up in there. DJ Stagner and Stagner around. Another one back there somewhere. And last night's winner at Rockingham. In trouble early. And came into tonight 14th in the standings. In the Cup Series, and let's see what happened. Him and Colt Ward came together. Yep, just gets a shot and around Stagner goes. Able to lock it down, but all that trap position that Stagner had, it's gone now. Well, he had to lift, and I can tell you, Colton with that big head of steam, he weren't lifting. Oh, some of the drivers do come down. Fink, Smallwood, Andrew Lopes, Lynn Mark. Trevor Asbell coming back in. He's probably going to come back in and try to repair some more damage. Race off of pit road. Mike Audrey wins it. Audrey, Metler, Brent Garber, Andrew Lotz, Dylan Fink, top 5 off pit road. All right. To re-rack it, Flanagan, Kenny Real will be your top 2. Mike Audrey, Colt Ward, Brent Garber, top 5. Mettler, Dylan Fink, Andrew Lotes, Kevin Allen, and Isaac Smallwood. Your top 10. You can see the order after the pit stops. As we get set to get back going. 4th caution of the night. I'm going to try to put it in the books. All right. We're rolling again. Giving another good run. Another good restart off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Real's going to try to close the gap. Ain't going to be able to close much on it. Side by side. Colt Ward. Mike Audrey. Mike won them that pitted under this last caution. Ward did not. Fresh tires starting to make some headway. For the lead, Kenny Real. On Flanagan. Side by side off of 2. Real with a big run down the back straightaway. Flanagan able to hold him off. Right now, further back through the field. Ward's starting to drop spots. Isaac Smallwood right now trying to make up some ground to Kenny Real. Well, Ward drop spots right now, top 2. Still have not pitted. Audrey, Lotes, Fink, and others try to run them down. Right now trying to stay single file out. Now I got one driver back there trying to make him some headway. Kevin Allen underneath Moore now. Simon Limbar, another one there who benefited from all this pre-race stuff earlier after some kind of mechanical issue in the primary car. That car was trashed and he brought the backup out. And right now trying to make up some ground, just hanging out inside the top 10. The same for DJ Stagner. Right now Trevor Asenoff trying to get back in it as well. Well, you gotta think Astronaut's car. That probably is not going to be a car that can compete for this win. Never know though. But right now, for the 89. I don't think it's going to be quite as competitive as what it was. But right now, at the front, you want to talk about competitive. Flanagan trying to open up the gap 2/10 of a second. Right now, Lotz just under a second back. Dylan Fink, 1.6. Well, we had the first green flag run tonight. Right now, you're just joining us tonight. There's been more repairs than this, but actually, I take that back. Robbie Adams, 12.5 minutes worth of damage. Astronaut, minute and a half worth. Right now, they are still on track. Astronaut, 13th. Robbie Adams, 19th. Multiple laps down. 14 to be exact. Everybody else that is around them, from Kevin Sterner in 20th on down, as Moore with a big time lift, are out of the race. Right now, fastest 5 for 5. Lotz right now with a 38.95. Real second. Flanagan third. Bryce Moore. Dylan Fink. They're your fastest 5 for 5. Best lap times of the night. Dylan Fink, 38.48. And right now, it has really been all David Flanagan. Led 35 laps so far tonight. Kenny Real won. Everybody else trying to play catch up, and the biggest movers finally of the night. Kevin Allen, Matt Metler, Andrew Lotz up 13 and 12 spots respectfully. Kenny Real up 6. Dylan Fink up 5. That is the race recap so far for tonight, as Kenny Real continuing to try to run down Flanagan and get around him, really. Right now, Flanagan, see a look at the telemetry. 193, 94, 96. Holy cow. Almost 200 mile an hour entering turn number 1. Real's going to swing it to the outside again. Makes me wonder. I wonder. Give me 1 second here, folks. I wonder what kind of package we run tonight. Okay, 100% package. Man, I was hoping. Yeah, I'll try 110 and see how that works. Remember what I said about Trevor Astronaut? I might have spoke too soon. Astronaut right now up to 9th. It would appear that the majority of that damage maybe fixed or just fixed enough to where he can Try to make ground up. Obviously, all sequence with the pit stops compared to the front runners. Right now, TA trying to make up ground. Even further back. Matt Miller up 12 spots before he started tonight. Trying to get back inside the top 10. There you see Colt Ward, who is not pitted yet, and right now paying the price more than the front two. Ward has fell all the way back to 11th. Well, it's still a Jack Shack 1-2. Andrew Lotes running down the top two slowly but surely. The gap, 7/10 of a second, was 8 couple laps ago. As we approach halfway in this event tonight. Adam Smallwood trying to make something happen back there as well. Real down to the bottom. Kenny doing everything he can. Figure out how to get around his teammate. Everything he can. Right now, as the field gets going, Corey Wright has been checked and released from the infield care center. Let's see, cannot get a word with him. Corey Wright, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, unfortunately, the night did not go as planned for the 4 team. Glad you see you're just released from the infield care center. Walk us through what you felt like happened on the lap 1 deal.
Man, I don't know. Guy got under me, got a little tight. Got in the left rear. Nothing out crazy. I felt like I could hold it, and it just snapped right into the wall. We're good. The right track diecast Toyota is not. But you know what? That's okay.
Well, buddy, I got to ask, really, up until the first, well, really did not really get much time on track other than practice, but what's one thing you notice with these cars at this place, with the temperature being as it is right now? What's something we can look for the rest of the night as the Jack Shack right now still trying to trade the lead?
Man, I really think clean air is king. I think dirty air, these cars are getting really tight. So you got to have a draft, but you want to have clean air and entry. So as long as these guys can find an entry and an exit point where they can keep their nose clean, I think they'll do well.
Well, buddy, appreciate your time tonight. I understand it's not what you wanted. We'll look forward to seeing you next week in Dover.
Yes, sir.
All right, bud. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. I think he hit the nail on the head. As right now, I kind of think that's what we're experiencing, seeing with Flanagan and Kenny Real. There you see Kenny dives it to the bottom again. Gonna try to bite this time. Not able to get there. Well, approaching halfway. Right now, Real right back to the bottom again. Oh, further back. Nego Solozia in the pits. I think he may have just retired. We'll wait and see. Matt Metler still up 12 spots. Brian Conover, on the other hand, down 6 from where he started tonight. Riding in the 13th spot. As the run goes on, you're starting to see the comers and goers. The ones who can save the tires, the ones who can't, the ones whose car is struggling right now in the draft. Or really just struggling, period. Talking about another one that's having a struggling night that had a hell of a run last night. Brent Garber, second in Rockingham. Right now, not up at 14th. Garber's had issues tonight, involved in the second caution of the night. Just trying to rebound. As here comes the Jack Shack. In the pits, that is. Well, we were wondering when it was going to be, and it comes on a 49-lap run. As Andrew Lotz leads. Smallwood second, Stagner third after spinning earlier in the event. Fink, Lindmark, Kevin Allen, Azranoth, Colt Ward, Bryce Moore, and Brian Conover, your top 10 now. At halfway, Andrew Lotz will lead it. Side by side between Lindmark and Dylan Fink. Same for Azranoth to Kevin Allen. So battle for fourth, battle for sixth. As the Jack Shack comes out of Flanagan and Kenny Reel. But now Smallwood tasked with running down Andrew Lotz. If you remember last week, well, actually, hold up. Yeah, if you remember last week, Simon Lindmark winning the race last week, Isaac Smallwood, who arguably had probably the better car that night, would have to settle for a second place finish. So right now I have on lighties. Smallwood want a little bit of redemption from last week. Want to get another win for sure. And also try to take this points lead away from Kenny Reel, who right now is trying to get his lap back. And he will. We're on Lopes to the outside, and Smallwood going to try to get another run. Not going to be able to do it this time. Going to get a very slow one. You see it on the intervals. Go wherever the car in front of you is not. And I know that is a whole lot easier said than done. You got a moment here. You did say DJ Stagner, after spinning earlier after contact with Colt Ward, has recovered nicely up to the third spot. Just past halfway, a lot can still happen. Simon Lindmark, again, mentioned the troubles he had earlier in the event. Wheel locked up. Car was toast. We had to make another session. Got a second chance with the backup car. And right now, Lindmark making the most of it. Trying to. He is watching the battle for the lead, or trying to watch the battle develop for the lead. You can take top 4 right now, and they will practically have a shot at it. Well, I don't know, just seeing how these cars are handling in the draft. 3 wide. They're still 3 wide. If you're loose, this is what you want to see right here. Smallwood's going to dive it hard on the outside. We'll try to get the run. He'll get it off of Stagner. He'll get a big one down the back or the front straightaway. And almost to the back bumper of Andrew Lopes. He's going to follow him in there. Run that third lane again. Yeah, this time kind of boxed in. Steiner now taking to that third lane. For the lead, Smallwood to the bottom. The question is, can he get clear? Can for the moment come up, clear him quick. He will. New leader out front. His name is Isaac Smallwood. Steiner to the bottom of Lotz. And where the Colt Ward has made his pit stop. Now Ward going to try to unlap himself. Ryan Drummond in the pits. So Ward going to unlap himself. Well, thought Ward would go in and unlap himself, but Smallwood putting up a fight. Ward down to the bottom again. Well, now Colt Ward finally gets himself unlapped. They're going to put Smallwood right in the clutches of Stagner again. Lemart right behind them. Fink lying not too far back along with Azronaut. Trevor's coming, slowly but surely. Well, DJ Stagner to the top spot. Well, if you look at the pit report for the top runners, this is a 38-lap run for everybody. Right now, 3 wide, possibly not yet. But Simon Lindmark, he is trying his damnedest to get up there and do something. Smallwood probably wants to lead back. Dylan Fink. If he can shake Astronaut, he might be able to run down his top 3. Smallwood down to the bottom. Not going to be able to see it a run this time. Kevin Allen in the pits. So Allen comes in, Lopes is in. Again, reiterate it, wrong one. So this is at the end of about a 40 lap run. We ought to expect to see some more of the top 10 come in. Flanagan actually back up to the top 10. Mike Audrey's in this time. Right now, battle for a lead continues to ramp up. Oh! Hang on to her, Dylan. Fink, Stagner, everybody. I think Small was the only one that had the cleanest pit stop out of all of them. Pit entry, rather. Right now, Lindmark continues to hold the lead. John Border in. Well, here comes Lindmark. Canova will stay out. Get him 5 bonus points. We're gonna try to keep Metler a lap down. Weren't able to. Right now, Brent Garber yet to come in. Garber will lead himself a lap. 5 bonus points to Brent Garber. Garber entered tonight 4th in the points. Long ways out of the points lead, but 4th nonetheless. 5 bonus points will go to him. Well, when it's all said and done, should be Flanagan and Kenny Reel your leaders. Well, Garber surrenders the lead, and now the front two who were at the lead earlier in the night. Right back at it again. 5.2 seconds over Colt Ward. Well, front two going to be trading the lead. 30 laps to go. Next time by. Meanwhile, further back, Smallwood, Lemar, Dylan Feet, Lopes, all trying to make up ground. Ward definitely. Well, now here's the big thing. Now look at the pit strategy report. So Flanagan and Real went 48 laps. Right now, 29 to go. That's right at 52. I don't think they'll make it. We'll have to wait and see. A caution, as we saw last night, can change everything. That's Kenny Real down to the bottom again. Real's not going to give up on his bottom. Real's been trying every line he can for the last X amount of laps to try to figure out how to get around Dylan or David Flanagan. Well, doing good so far. Going to be 27 to go this time. You tell that 14, 31, what you want to call it. You tell that 31 machine. It's got the speed and possibly the capability of winning this race. Ward has cut the gap now to 4.1. $25 next time by. Gap 3.8. Well, Stadner's gotten around Colt Ward. We're not counting out DJ Stagner in all this. Definitely counted him out well, didn't necessarily count him out last night, but was not on our bingo cards to win last night. And I'll be damned, prove me wrong. By winning at Rockingham. Meanwhile, further back, Dylan Fink trying to make something happen with Simon Lindmark. Gonna get a run down the back straightaway again. Use that outside lane. Fink this time with a great run. This is the battle for the 6th position. Well, the battle still rages on at the front with Flanagan and Real. Real's going to keep trying everything he's got. But Stadner is coming down to 3.2. $20 to go. Next time by. Time running out for DJ Stagner. Got it just within 2.9. He's slowly taking a chunk out of it. Meanwhile, side by side for the lead again. Real blends it right back in line. Just ain't got quite what it takes underneath that 11 to get around the 31 machine. .6 in closing. Time Kenny Real. At some point, you're Kenny Real, you're thinking, what do I got to do? Try that bottom again. So I'm able to stay side by side with Flanagan at the line. 17 to go. One car in the wall. think it's right ahead of them. I'll figure it out here in a moment. Kenny Real this time. Sent it on the bottom. He's got it. The contact between the two. Well, now Kenny Real trying to set sailing away. 15 laps to go. Flanagan with a run again. Not able to get there yet. Well, now we're really about to see what kind of car that 31 machine has. Real stuck to that bottom. Flanagan gonna try to get the run. Flanagan gonna utilize that top to the best that he can. I just don't see you right now. See that top side working great for Flanagan now that he's behind Kenny. I had to find out. Right now, Stagner 1.8 back. Running out of time. I don't think he's so much run out of time. I think he'll get there. It's just getting around him when he does. Twelve to go. Next time by. Well, Stagner still at 1.8. Oh, and here comes Real, and here comes Flanagan. Well, that pretty much tells us that they were not going to be able to make it. Now, lap 23. Nope, this is it to the end. 3 cars left to deal with it. Stagner, Smallwood, Lindmark. Don't forget Ward and Fink back there. Now Smallwood taking that high lane. But the big bad thing is for this, Kenny Real right now will be seated 14th at the moment. So we look at the Raging Idiot Racing pit report one more time. 43 the first time, yep. This is not going to do good for Kenny Real. Neither did it do for Colt Ward. Ward in this time as well. Or ought to be coming in. No, Ward already did it. Splash and go. Here comes Lindmark down to the bottom on Smallwood. They're going to see 9 laps to go. Darlington all over again. Caution is out. Oh, my Lord. And Brian cut over Matt Metler. Oh, my Lord. If you... I'd be mad right now if I was Smallwood or Lindmark. Go see what puts us under caution for the first or for the fifth time tonight. Push into her, gets right. Matt Metler nowhere to go. That is a bad hit. From Brian Conover hard into the outside retaining wall. Wrong on board. Right on board with Brian through this. Now hold on, folks. This is going to be a bad shot. Wicked shot. And what was a good night for Brian with a top 10 qualifying run will come undone late in the going. If you're as Smallwood, you're Smallwood, Lindmark, Stagner. I mean, it's going to be even playing field if they come in and Reel and Flanagan stay out. Well, here they come in. Dylan Fink stays out. Kenny Reel, Colton Ward, David Flanagan, they will all stay out. As Smallwood's going to win the race off pit road. Well, Dylan Fink taking a gamble. Dylan Fink, he's going to be a sitting duck. Stone Driver's going through the grass. So Fink's going to be a sitting duck. The best case scenario for Dylan is he can launch out of the box enough to get cleared. Alright. We're going to re-rack it. Fink, Reel, Ward, Flanagan, and Simon Lindmark will be your top five. At Smallwood, Kevin Allen, Trevor Asmanoff, Bryce Moore, Brent Garber, the top 10. All right. Rolling again from Michigan. 5 laps to go. Probably about the best start. That thing could have asked for it. Down the back straightaway. Oh, there goes Ward. There goes Flanagan. Garber, astronaut. DJ Stagner. Mike Audrey. Man. Colt Ward. Brent Garber front end. Massive damage on that 58 machine. I'm speechless. Completely speechless. Trevor Astronaut spent all race trying to get back into a chance to win it. He'll be right back where he started. David Flanagan, arguably the fastest car tonight. Does get some damage out of this. What in the world? SDK Gaming Replay will show us. It's just going to be a cluster. That's all this is going to be. Tight race in a cluster. Ward and Flanagan come together, and that's all she wrote. Right, Audrey John Border gets a piece of this. Right on board with Colton Ward. Trevor Astronaut. We got more Brent Garber. It's going to be one of the big hits. Oh! He would have had it made if Astronaut didn't come back up. Oh, and another big shot from Audrey. Kevin Allen gets a piece of this. Top 10 run for Allen tonight. He gets hit from behind. Oh! Robbie Adams comes sliding in. Last two coming up. Mike Audrey's on board. Well, last but not least, DJ Stagner. Oh, he's the one that got Kevin Allen. Arc break on Stagner's part. Well, there it goes. A lot of the big names. Through it all. Real, Lindmark, Smallwood, Lote still to come. This whole complexion of this race just changed. Gonna try this again. Dylan Fink, Kenny Real. First, second, Smallwood, Lindmark, Loach, Drummond, Bryce Moore, and Kevin Allen. Light, Audrey, Colt Ward. Will be in the top 10. Alright. For all the marbles. Two laps to go. Shake something real quick. Nope, natural green white. Couldn't be more fitting. Well, if there's another caution, we go to overtime. May just call here. What a side. Simon Lindmark to the bottom. Couple of cars off the wall. Astronaut off the wall. Stagner, Smallwood. Fake to the bottom. Here comes Kenny Real. Kenny Real. Better tires, no problem. We'll see the white flag. 1 to go. You ain't gonna be. I'm just gonna say you ain't gonna be able to run down that at 11. Not right now. It's all gonna come down to whether Kenny Real has a bobble or a problem. Off of turn 4, the points leader will extend the gap. Kenny Real to victory lane in Michigan. Fink, Smallwood, Lindmark. Real, Dylan Fink, Smallwood, Lindmark, Loach, your top five. Best finish for Drew Drummond of the season, 7th. Ward 6th. DJ Stagner, Astronauts rallies back to a 9th. Bryce Moore 10th. Well, that's 6 laps tonight. David Flanagan, a high of 62. It will not be meant. Or is not meant to be tonight. David Flanagan will finish 14th, 1 lap down. Kenny Real burns it down for the Jack Shack. So you cannot get away with Kenny Real. Kenny Real, not bad tonight. What do you say, buddy?
Hell yeah. Got her done.
Well, walk us through it. I know you and Flanagan were off sequence with the rest of the leaders. Were you practically begging for a caution at that point whenever it finally came out? Or really, what was going through your mind as the caution waved and, well, practically saved you and Flanagan and got y'all up to the front?
Yeah, guys, when they pit earlier, we didn't even think it was going to stay green with all the cautions that came out, and it did because a lot of guys got wrecked, and so we basically made our bed and just, we ran as long as we could the first stint, and got back around on the lead lap, and basically at the end, the only thing we could do was take 2 tires, and then right after we come out and stay on the lead lap, the caution comes out, and yeah, it bailed us out for at least finishing positions. And when that happened, and I thought everybody was going to pit, and then Fink stayed out, and I knew he was still on older tires than me. I don't know by how many laps, but yeah, it was a battle to get by him. Luckily, we didn't die that caution before that last restart because I was really about sideways in 1 and 2. And luckily, I saved it before we got to exit, and they all ended up wrecking. And I got another shot at it. And everybody that took 4 tires there, I knew they were going to be really tight. 2 tires really helped rotate that car and get the runoff too. And from there, it was pretty simple. After I got the lead, everybody was just battling hard and getting tight in the corners.
Well, I'll ask you this. Earlier we saw you and Flanagan battling hard for the lead. Was it more or less just trying to get around him and the way this car is with the aero package, or was it just trying to size up your teammates, see where you were better at than he was on each end of the speedway? Walk us through that, because from what it looked like, it was a hell of a time trying to get around him.
The first stint, when everybody came in and got tires and we didn't. Before then, I was actually trying to battle him for it. After that, we had a little breakaway, so I was just running in a lane he wasn't to get clean air, and I told him I'd push him down the straightaways to try to break away from the new tires as much as we could, and that worked till we pit, and luckily we came off pit road the same, and we just kept doing that second stint, and he used up his equipment a little bit more than I did, and I wasn't even trying to pass him, and I just ended up getting around him. And yeah, we weren't even trying to battle there. It was just us two just trying to stay in each other's draft and push each other away from everybody and make up as much time as possible.
Well, buddy, you did a hell of a job nonetheless tonight. Walk out of here leading 6 laps. So get 5 bonus points for that, going towards finishing ahead of Isaac Smallwood by 2 positions. Last question I got before I let you head out of here tonight. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, just thank all my teammates over at Jack Shack. The Shacks can be rocking tonight, and just all the admins that put on this league: Justin, Gordon, Trev, Corey, all of them guys, and you for putting on the broadcast as always. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. The points leader, Kenny Real, walks out of Michigan with the win and still with the points lead intact. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Well, Dylan Fink, unfortunately, the caution flies at the wrong time. Practically a sit and duck at that point. Walk us through the night for the driver of the 52.
It was an up and down race for sure. I was kind of lost until about halfway. I couldn't figure out how to build runs and whatnot. Finally figured it out, and before that last yellow, I was 4th, I think, and I was just starting to reel the leaders back in. I think it would have been a really good race between the 4 of us. that yellow came out, and I knew Kenny and I think it was the 35 or whoever his teammate was. I knew they were going to stay out. Colton was probably going to stay out, and I just felt like coming down and taking tires, I wasn't going to have a shot at the win. I told all my teammates, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay out, see if I can steal a win. I think worst case I'll finish 10th, and ended up second, so we'll take that. Wish I could have raced Kenny a little bit harder, but I didn't have the tire.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, we saw a lot of guys. Of course, a couple cautions here, a couple cautions at the start, but we saw a lot of guys trying to search around for every lane. Just try to explain how critical dirty areas to these cars and how they make these jokers handle. I mean, I've been through it more than enough times. It looks like it is a pain.
Yeah, it's just this track's just so high speed. It was really hard to make any pass on the bottom. Once you got a little bit into a run and tire wear started to matter, I ended up finding out a certain point right past the entry where I could tap the brake and it would rotate the car down. And I made a couple passes doing that, but other than that, it was really you just had to get to somebody's outside. And then, as you said, the dirty air. If you can pinch somebody off the corner, you're going to beat them off the corner. So that's how it goes here, I guess.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a night up until then. Walk out of here leading 8 laps tonight, and honestly with a shot to win it. As the season goes down, we go to Dover. And right now, 12th in the points. That's probably going to change entering Dover next week. Of course, that's what it was entering tonight. Where would a confidence level be walking into Dover next week?
Pretty high. I feel like I'm competitive just about every week. I really like Dover. I'm just still not super comfortable with the next gen car. I'd feel a whole lot better if we were going in the trucks, but I think it'll be all right. I just got to figure out the shifting points and whatnot at Dover, but it should be a good race.
Well, buddy, the last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks to all my teammates, DJ Stagner, Brian, Cornelius. No, he couldn't be here tonight. All the beer league guys. It's always fun talking with them during the race. Thanks to you for putting on the broadcast. Thanks to all the admins for doing what they do. It's just a lot of fun.
All right, buddy. At the end of the night, Dylan Fink will come home second from Michigan. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job tonight.
Yep. Thank you, buddy.
Gonna give Isaac Smallwood a couple minutes to get in here, get ready for his interview. While we do go through the finishing order for tonight. Well, Kenny Real, Dylan Fink, Isaac Smallwood, Simon Lindmar, Andrew Locks will be your top 5. Colt Ward, Dwayne Drummond, DJ Stagner, Trevor Asronoff, Bryce Moore, your top 10. John Border, Mike Audrey, Kevin Allen. David Flanagan, probably the fastest car in Michigan, will have to settle for a 14th place run. Brent Garber, 15th. Bryce Conover, Matt Metler, Robbie Adams, Nicholas Alozia, Kevin Sterner, the top 20. Joseph Armabalo, Chris Logan, Gordon Gladwell, Tyler Henry, and Corey Wright will round out the field for tonight. Let's see if Smallwood's here. Alright, he is not. So that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. We will see you next week in Dover, Delaware for the Midnight Racing League Cup Series. Until then, take it easy and have a good one.